Hey guys, it's Friday, May 3rd, and this is Tracy, otherwise known as Healthy Happy Momsy. Yes, I'm in a car. I'm not wearing my seatbelt because I just want to clarify the car is not moving, so I do the safety thing. I am not a fan of doing go lives in a moving vehicle if you're driving. So, anyway, but just wanted to continue with the educational series for Celiac Awareness Month. So today's topic is gluten-free as a trend versus gluten-free for health reasons and as a necessity. So I love and hate that gluten-free has become more popular. And there's mixed reasons for that. So one of the things is that people are thinking, oh my gosh, gluten-free, it's the most annoying trend. People are just doing it to be cool. That it's the same thing as, Atkins or, all those other different trendy diets that have come and gone. Gluten-free, what that's done is it's actually brought more products to the market. It's brought more options available for going out to eat and having gluten-free options. However, the downside to it is that when somebody goes gluten-free as an option and it's something that they just want to do, then what happens is that their food can be cross-contaminated and it's not usually a big deal for those people. However, if somebody has celiac or has genuine non-celiac gluten sensitivity, as I discussed yesterday, then we can actually react to those foods. So what happens is, like, when we go out to eat, and people get all upset about this. I'll discuss the difference between an allergy and autoimmune in another Go Live. But there's some sensitivity around that because when people talk about, the precautions to be taken when we go out to eat, if somebody is just gluten-free because they choose to be, then usually they're fine if the person in the kitchen decides that they're going to, say, pick up something containing bread. So like yesterday, my boyfriend and I actually went to Penny Path Cafe in High Point. Awesome place. They've got crepes. Sorry, I've got a little gnat flying around here. They do a great job with taking proper protocol or precautions for celiac. So the one of the women in there, Casey, knows that I have celiac, and so she told the person making our crepes, the gluten-free one, it's celiac precautions. So it was great. They cleaned off the machine for the surface for the crepe. She did glove change. She did all those things. Now my boyfriend doesn't have to eat gluten-free, but I do. So she started with mine first. Like I said, cleaned the surface, did everything else, and made sure to get the not just the condiments, but basically the toppings for my crepe out of fresh containers. So that's awesome. Then she went and prepped his, and she didn't have to do a glove change because it doesn't matter if his is non-gluten free. So that's awesome. But that's because they know take those precautions. But it's the same thing if you're dealing with somebody, so it's not an allergy, but when we go out to eat, if somebody asks about, is this a preference or an allergy, I will say it's an allergy. The reason is because I need that person to take it seriously for understanding the proper precautions to take. And that is the same thing as far as other people with celiac and non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Those types of precautions have to be taken. And so while it's been amazing that there are more options available when we go out to eat, it also has in some way desensitized people from the precautions that need to be taken, because when we go somewhere and somebody's like, oh, you're one of those gluten-free people. You know what? I would rather eat gluten and not have a reaction to it than to have to deal with paying 3 times as much for cake mix when I want to do something for my daughter, to help her feel as as special as the other kids when somebody's bringing a treat in. I would rather pay the $1 something for the cake mix than the 3 something for cake mix that's gluten-free. Believe me, I get it. I get that it can be annoying because, some people are just doing it because it's trendy. And so it's good that people are raising awareness for gluten-free and that there are more products that are available. That's the upside. The downside is that people are not taking the same amount of precautions, and that can, in fact, cause some of those reactions that I talked about before with the celiac and the non-celiac gluten sensitivity. We can react, and for some people, they'll know that they've been cross-contaminated or that they've been gluten, but for some, there are silent symptoms, and that's even tougher because they have no idea that they're having damage being done. So anyway, I understand if you get annoyed with people that are doing the gluten-free thing and you think it's just trendy, but I just want you to think in the back of your head, it's the same thing in a way as far as, understanding the proper protocol and the concerns. If you have a family member who has an allergy, such as a nut allergy, peanuts, tree nuts, those other things, those are becoming more widely accepted. We're not asking everybody around us to go gluten-free. We're not saying, oh, because I have to be gluten-free, everybody else does. What we're asking is, just please understand that it can't happen in the same, with the same utilities or with the same serving stuff without being first cleaned. I'll talk about some of the other precautions and things like that when you go from regular eating to gluten-free and what has to be changed out. But we would rather not have to deal with the pain in the butt stuff. Just like the people who have to be peanut-free and tree nut-free, they would prefer to not have to play 20 questions as well. So would we. Trust me. I'd rather, when I go out to eat, just be able to eat whatever I want. So anyway, good side and bad side to it. The next time that you're talking to somebody, if they say that they are gluten-free, take a minute to ask, hey, just curious what prompted this, and saying you're curious versus, oh, why are you doing that? Totally different. And I think it might give you a different perspective. So anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. Have an amazing day. Tomorrow's topic, I don't have it sitting here with me. I'll have to post it in the comments below because I am actually out helping take care of some stuff today, so I'm kind of away from home. It's been a little bit crazy the last few days. I will be back in my office the next couple of days doing the go lives and having it together, but this is a really easy topic for me to be able to share with you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and would love to hear your thoughts on the difference between gluten-free as a choice and gluten-free as a health need. Take care. Thanks.